Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barcelona. In this episode, we are going to be discussing firstly on manager Xavi Hernandez's pre-match press conference ahead of Levante clash tomorrow Sunday. Of course, Xavi spoke about Pique, Dest, Memphis Depay, Dembele, Pedri, Adama, and many important topics ahead of the Levante clash tomorrow. Then secondly, we are going to be talking about some injury updates, talking about Samuel Umtiti, as the Barcelona centre-back is set to return by the end of April. Then also talking about Memphis Depay, who have reportedly picked up another injury, and the Barcelona forward will not be present for the fixture, against Levante tomorrow. We are going to be discussing on all those as we move ahead. So guys, as we get right into it, please endeavor to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barcelona will look to get back to winning ways when they travel to Ciudad de Valencia to lock horns with Levante. The clash is scheduled for game week 31 of La Liga and comes on the back of their 1-1 draw against Frankfurt. Despite the hectic schedule, tomorrow is a chance for Xavi to rotate. Levante are stuck in 19th place with just 4 wins this season and have conceded 22 goals in 15 games at home. Ahead of the clash, Xavi addressed the media as part of his pre-game press conference. Of course, we are going to be discussing on everything he had to say in that press conference. First of all, starting with Levante, the manager said, "They are a tough opposition on a tough ground and are motivated for the game. We want all 3 points though." On Pique's injury, he said, "He has an injury and is working hard. In the last 2 months, he has been performing at an amazing level. We will see what happens. It's not a big injury, but a discomfort. We will check when and if he's ready on Thursday." Then on Sergio Roberto, he said, "The club knows my opinion. We will see the negotiations of Roberto and the club. He is about to return and is training well. Next week, he may enter the squad list and then it depends on his recovery." Then on Justo's statement on Dembele, he said, "I have said several times since November until now, what I have seen from Dembele is professionalism. He is a difference maker, trains well, follows the rules, and is loved by his teammates. I noticed that he is positive and there is nothing to complain about. He gives us a lot and helps us defensive as well." On the Frankfurt game that was on Thursday, he said, "We analyzed the Frankfurt game. We lost possession in dangerous areas. They were good at transitions, unlike us. Despite that, it was a good result. The pitch was not good, but we have to criticize ourselves first." On signing a star, Xavi said, "The economic situation explains itself. We are not in a place to go crazy. We are trying to bolster ourselves for next season. We will try whatever is possible. We have to be careful because it is not an easy situation." On Dest, the manager said, "He is close to returning. It depends on the players' feelings. We'll see. Both him and Memphis are close to returning to the squad. They should be fully fit by Thursday." On Dani Alves' interview and Mbappe Haaland quote, Xavi said, "I'll forgive Dani, for anything he says. Sometimes you complain about the lack of headlines, but with Dani, picking just one headline can be difficult. He's phenomenal." On Ansu Fati, he said, "We are happy that he's back in training. He's fine now and needs 3 to 4 training sessions more. The most important thing is that he does not feel any pain now. Everything is fine and we hope we see him soon." On Sergio Busquets, the boss said, "With all due respect to Casemiro, Busquets is the best defensive midfielder in the last 15 years. Finding a player like him is very complicated and what he gives us, none can." On Jordi Alba, he said, "He is a competitive beast. I think everything he gives us on the pitch and his leadership in the dressing room is not appreciated properly." On if Garcia can replicate Pique's leadership, Xavi said, "Depends on him. We are very happy with him and the way he wins the duels. He's committed to the team and he's a leader in the defense. He has high quality and this is what we need. Without a doubt, he will be here for several years." On Pedri, he said, "It depends on how we play. In the last game, it was difficult to find him because Frankfurt played the ball and we were not at our best." On Adama Traore, Xavi said, "We will see what we can do at the end of the season. He played a good game last time and beat the defender well. He did what he had to do and contributed well. He is an important part of the team." On Gavi's renewal, Xavi said, "I am optimistic. Gavi wants to stay and it depends on the club, the player and his agents as well. He deserves to stay and I hope he does." So those are some of the important quotes by manager Xavi in today's pre-game press conference ahead of the crucial match against Levante tomorrow. Then on to the next story, talking about some injury updates. Barcelona have been victims of plenty injuries over the course of the entire season. Pique is the latest addition to the list. However, luckily for Barcelona, another defender is coming back into the scene. This is none other than Samuel Umtiti. According to a report relayed by Sport, he is in the final phase of his recovery and is expected to make a full return by the end of April. Umtiti's career has been one of the most controversial ones in Barcelona's history, having started out as one of the best defenders in the world football. In his first few years, we quite remember the Frenchman regressed into becoming one of the last liked in the Barcelona squad. How his story changed was phenomenal. This is because he has suffered many injuries, all of which have made his form much less consistent and his football negatively unpredictable. The Frenchman became slow and prone to mistakes at the back. This in turn prompted the Garnet and Blue into buying Eric Garcia in last year, as well as looking for more defensive reinforcements this coming summer. In spite of his horrible form, Umtiti has a long-standing contract with Barcelona. It was signed earlier this year in the goal of ensuring that salaries per year would be reduced. The World Cup winner will take advantage of every minute that he gets on the pitch because this would mean that he would get a chance to play at another club. It is reported that Umtiti does not want to spend the final years of his prime on the bench. Then on to the final story of discussion. Barcelona are gearing up to face Levante in La Liga tomorrow evening. Barca have this match just before the second leg against Frankfurt in the UEFA Europa League this Thursday. Barcelona forward Memphis Depay will not be present for that fixture. I'm talking about the game against Levante tomorrow. If he'll be able to play for Barcelona, then it will be midweek, in the European game, according to manager Xavi in the press conference that we have just discussed earlier. Memphis has had a very productive season with Barcelona. He has scored 10 goals so far and given 2 assists in La Liga from 21 matches. Despite his lengthy injury midway through the season, he remains Barcelona's top scorer, as he has been the case for many months. Despite his productivity in front of goal this season, the Dutchman has been underused by manager Xavi. In his last 6 league matches, he has accumulated just 90 minutes of football or an average of 15 minutes per match. Without any stats, it is thus unlikely that he would have played regardless of whether, he would have been injured today or not. Given his injury, Barcelona are even more likely to line up with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the striking role, with Ferran Torres as the most likely winger at the left flank. Because of the lack of minutes that the Dutchman has been receiving this season, it is likely that Barcelona will look to sell him, in the summer. Previous reports have stated that all that would be necessary, is an accord from Memphis himself to facilitate the departure from Barcelona. So callers, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please endeavor to do so you always stay in touch with the latest on FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.